Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here, for a Monday evening / Monday night video. And this Monday night, you know what that means. We got Monday Night Raw coming your way at the top of the hour on that great station of, well, not, I guess it's a station, that great app called Netflix. And the big one, ladies and gentlemen, at the Mecca at Madison Square Garden for John Cena's final Raw ever. And he will open the show. He will talk to us about stuff. And we'll see what happens with that. We also got the Women's Intercontinental title on the line tonight. We got the man, Becky Lynch, taking on Maxine Dupree in their third match. AJ Lee is in the building, so we'll see what happens with them. Will AJ cost Becky and give the belt to Maxine? I hope not, but you never know. You never know what might happen in WWE land. We got that. Our tribal chief, put up your ones, ladies and gentlemen, and acknowledge him. Roman Reigns is in the building, the tribal chief, he will be there to finalize the men's team for the for Team Roman with War Games, and see if Brock Lesnar will finalize the Visions team. We have that, and we got Solo Mibuki Solo Sikoa taking on the mystery opponent. There's a lot of people saying who it could be. It could be Dolph Ziggler. That's the big rumor. It's Dolph Ziggler. It could be Obafemi. It could be, Jeff Hardy, dude. It could be anybody. But the big names going around as of right now is Dolph Ziggler. Not that I want to see Dolph, but, Nick. But, we'll see what happens with all that. And also, we got your boy is Bouncy Javon Evans taking on Walter, who's back after he got his nose messed up. But he's back, and he's ready to pretty much kill Javon Evans. So, yeah. Get the hearse ready and the coffin ready for Javon Evans. So I don't think he will be fighting tomorrow night at Gold Rush for NXT with his buddy Leon Slater against Dark State for the NXT Tag Team titles. I don't know if he's going to get there 100%, but we'll see what happens with that. And a whole lot more on your 2+ hour Cure for Insomnia, which is Monday Night Raw. But we'll get to that later. Maybe tomorrow we'll talk about it. We'll see what happens with that. But I hope everybody's had a great Monday. Cold as balls here in the Northeast. Once again, got a couple of chilly days, and then this weekend gonna go back up to 60, and then kind of dip a little bit before you hit Thanksgiving, which is next Thursday. So we're getting a warm Thanksgiving, but after that, as we get into the great month of December, we might be getting some white stuff, and I'm not talking about cocaine. Tony Khan would love that, but, I love the cocaine! Okay. He loves the cocaine. He loves the cocaine. He loves that song by Buck Cherry. He loves that song religiously. So we got that. Anyway, so let's see what happens, what else happens tonight on Monday Night Raw and throughout this week. We got NXT tomorrow. On the CW, we got Dynamite and Collision Wednesday on TBS, since it's a double show. Thursday, we got TNA and Ring of Honor. Should be an interesting show this Thursday for both companies. Friday night, we got SmackDown, a double taping like NXT this week. Of course, next week's shows are taped, except for Dynamite and maybe Raw. But we shall see what happens with that as we go into Full Gear this Saturday night, and Survivor Series next Sunday night from San Diego, California at Petco Park, home of the Padres. And that's pretty much it. So, 2 big weeks of wrestling coming your way, and I will be here throughout that time, getting all the news, the rumors, and all that other good shit that comes your way. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't have a great day, too bad for you. It's Monday, so we're gonna get through Monday, and I'm gonna get through this week, get through next week, and then we eat a lot on Thanksgiving, and then Black Friday we stay home, or if you really want to go out for Black Friday shopping, bless you. That's that. Ladies and gentlemen, I actually got a steal from the In This Moment merch store. I got the email today, and they have a Black Friday deal, 71% off. So that means if you have a shirt for $20, you get that for $5. Really 10, but whatever. So I bought a shirt for $10. It's on the way, so I'm getting an early present from the good people at In This Moment. I am also getting hopefully get something after that for Christmas, but that's secret. My baby's got a secret, So we got that. Why's my chain all messed up? Shit. Chain's all messed up, dude. So we have that. And, so I will be having a unbagging coming up pretty soon, along with more music stuff coming your way this weekend on the Metal Guy channel. So check that out. It's going to be epic. Good tunes, good stuff, and more good bands like In This Moment. And good concert footage too, when we get that. Alright, but that's the weekend. Let's get into right now. And as the title bullet says, right here on Killer of Demons 669. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button, and all that other good stuff. I'm not going to do the entire shit, but if you're new, welcome. Grab yourself a nice tasty cold one and enjoy. Oh, by the way, straight Coke. Asshole. But I digress on that, because we don't drink that much here on the show anymore. Not that I do drink when I'm drinking and I'm doing my show. I don't drink. I don't have anything in there. Occasionally. Not all the time, but occasionally. But when we get to, the holiday season, maybe on occasion I'll have a little Jack and Coke, or Henny and Coke, or Henny and Pepsi, or whatever I got. So, but now, we're pretty much sober, so. Unlike certain people I know, but that's another story for another time. Hey, if you want to get drunk, do that shit, then go ahead. You won't remember what happened yesterday or today or whatever. Know when to say when. But some of you don't, so I digress. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after that spiel, it is time for your late and kind of getting out of date Aew Collision review for this past Saturday, November the 15th, 2025. And you're watching this video on November the 17th, 2025. Like I said, we're a week away from Thanksgiving and the holiday season. That's that. Alright, we are emanating from the Erie Insurance Arena in Erie, Pennsylvania. And as always on Saturday nights, our commentary team, a little bit different this week. We had the good man Tony Baloney Schiavone, or Tony Schiavone for all you Jerichoholics out there. Nigel McGuinness, me love, one of the great men from England. And Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. Do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? Ask him yourself. I don't know. I never asked him, so I don't know. And I'm not going to know. But if you want to know, you can ask him. You ought to know! Okay. I'm not going to sing that song again. Pick up the Alanis Morissette. That's all I got to say. Alright, so Collision was like this. Nothing great. pretty much the Blood and Guts aftermath show. Surprisingly, half the people on this show actually wrestled. But we get that. Alright, so we start off with a bunch of recaps from Blood and Guts. And then we get to our first match of the night, a 6-man tag team match. We had the Death Riders of the Dancing Fool, Danny Garcia, William Yuta, the man who fused himself, and also, I think it was Pac, the bastard, Pac. They took on Adam Priest, the ever so popular Adam Priest, Black Machismo, ooh yeah, dig it, and the Dynamite Kid Jr., otherwise known as Tommy Billington, makes his so-called monthly appearance. We got that. Alright, it was a pretty decent match to start. Danny Garcia gets into a fight with Matt Maynard right before the bell. He went out, went right to the commentary table and starts messing with Matt Maynard, saying, "Oh, you want to fight now, Pop?" Bopped him in the head. And then Matt's like, "Son of a bitch!" And he starts fighting. And they go right on the announce table. Thinking Shivani's like, Nigel! 69 me, Nigel! No, he didn't say that. Nigel had he had to cover freaking Shivani because, Shivani is brittle like fuck, but come on, Tony, take it like a man like you did in the XWF. Stop fucking around. Anyway, so he had a big old beatdown, and then Daddy Magic had to get taken out by the medical staff. And then John Moxley! He had to take his place, and so a couple days after Blood and Guts, Moxley's on the freaking commentary table talking about Blood and Guts. Well, who else is new? So anyway, finally we get to the match, and Garcia gets taken into the corner to start, pummeled in the head, and then William Yuta comes in and gets beat down by Jay Lethal, because William Yuta's the type of guy that gets beat down early on in the match. Absolutely. And then Danny Garcia comes back in, gets double elbowed in the face. Tommy Billington gets low bridge to the floor as we go to break. And we come back, and the Dynamite Kid Jr. is still in trouble with the Death Riders hitting some running shots in the corner. The bastard Pac hits a tombstone pile driver for a near fall. As thankfully Jay Lethal made the save. Tommy is able to fight his way off the top. That's a nice missile dropkick, and even Moxley was impressed. Very impressive, Tommy. Very impressive. So we got that, but he gets sent outside again. They go back in, and a much-needed hot tag to Jay Lethal, Black Machismo. He comes in, cleans house, hits lethal combination on William Yuta, and then Daniel Garcia saves Pac from the figure 4, leg lock. But Lethal injects Tommy Billington. Uh-oh. And then Pac locks him in a brutalizer, and Lethal tapped out. Well, he didn't tap out. He said, "I quit!" And that's pretty much it. Alright, so the Death Riders get the win in under 11 minutes. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after the match, Pac gets on the mic. And Pac is built. I mean, he got juiced. I mean, did he take Scott Steiner's steroids? I mean, really, he is built. He's jacked, if you will. Scott, did he take your steroids? No? Okay. What is that? What Scott, can you come here and say that in my good ear, please? What? His mother's fat! Oh, jeez. That son of a bitch is fucking fat! No, she's not. I'll make her bleed! Okay, calm down. Scott, stop, please. Can you eat your Snickers? You'll be fine. Ah, thank you. He's fat! Okay. Well, she's fat. And don't you dare say that about my woman. She's not fat. Just her titties are. Anyway, I digress. I don't care. Anyway, I know this gotta get clipped. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. That's it. Alright, Pockets on the mic talks about how... Oh, I gotta say this guy's name. Alright, hold on one second. Mike! What? Get in here for a second. Okay, come on. How you doing, Mr. Joseph? Great. Doing good. You know that guy, Pac? That bastard looks like like dude from Lord of the Rings? Oh yeah, that guy, he's like a small little midget. Yeah, that guy. He said, he was talking about how awesome it is to watch Darby Allin. He put Darby through a flaming table, and he loved it. I don't think that was that awesome. I put what's his name? You know his name, Joseph. What is his name? We can't say his name on the show, remember? Oh, yeah, right. Don't say his name. Okay. He put that guy through electric barbed wire face first. Anyway, so, yeah. So, it was how awesome it was to watch Darby Allin burn, but it wasn't as awesome as Mike Awesome. Right, Mike? Nah, nobody's awesome as me. But I gotta go. Why? I gotta go. Okay, go. Okay, but I want to say bye to my fans. Okay, fine. Say it. Bye! Okay. Anyway, the challenge is made for Full Gear. So, another pay-per-view with a member of the Death Riders. We had 2 pay-per-views in a row with Darby and Mox. And then, we just had... Yeah, we had All In. Then we had, Wrestle Dream. We had All Out. And now Full Gear. 3 out of the 4 pay-per-views have been, 2 out of 4 have been with Mox. I think one was with Claudio. Yeah, one was with Claudio, I believe, and now this one with Pac. I'm surprised it's not a stipulation match. But, you know it's gonna be insane. So. Alright, so we got Darby. Hi guys, it's me, Darby. I just got out of the burn unit. I got 4th-degree burns, but I don't give a fuck. I did it for you guys. Because I live in my car. I come from Seattle. Okay. So we got that. Alright, Darby versus Pac, the bastard, at Full Gear. In a match I don't really give 2 fucks about. Let me move on. Alright, then the Dog Callis family's all ready for Mark Briscoe, the Funky Chicken. Right now, because he's gonna match with Mark Davis coming up. And Mark's got Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle Fletcher, the TNT champion, in match number 6 in their series for the TNT title. And if Mark loses, he has to join the family. So, I don't think he will, but you never know. We get that. Alright, then we see Timeless Tony Storm, darling! Bosom! She's here with my 4th amazingly hot Asian wife. She took a beating at Blood and Guts, but she takes a beating in the bedroom. That's Mina Shirakawa. Then in the back, Tony says that while I die every day, the other team will hurt the woman that I love. And she promises vengeance. Pretty much. I don't know why they kiss and they do the Hail Screw! President Screw! Salute! Hail Screw! I hate that teleportation thing. This is an unmarked window. Okay. We move on. I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get the Battle of the Marks, Mark Briscoe and Mark Davis. And it started off with a big old brawl on the floor. What else is new? But they finally get back in. And Mark goes for Froggy Mo! But Mark Davis got his knees up, and then Davis heads outside to grab a chair, and it took too long. Mark gets back up with a step-up running flippy doo, and then they go back in. Mark goes up top, hits Froggy Bow. This time it works. 1, 2, 3. Mark Briscoe gets the win over Mark Davis in a little over 11 minutes. Match was, that's what it was. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And we move on. Alright, then we go to Scorpio Sky and one of his SCU teammates, Christopher Daniels, a fallen angel. Well, Scorpio wants the TNT title back that he won like 2 years ago. 2 somewhat years ago. Is he going to get it back? Maybe. I doubt it, but look at that. And we're moving on. Alright, then Josh Alexander is seen breaking Michael Nagasawa! He's still around? Well, he broke his ankle, and then he challenges Kenny by God Omega for a match on Dynamite. Oh, you don't piss him off now! Nakazawa is one of Kenny's boys. Not like that, but you know what I mean. You don't piss off the cleaner. Oh boy. Kenny is going to mop the floor with Josh Alexander like he did in TNA. That match was epic, by the way. Epic match. Well, I move on. Alright, so we got that. Alright, MXMTV is here. By the way, no more MTV. Pretty much, there's no more MTV because it became reality television. Minus Jersey Shore and Jersey Shore Family Vacation and nothing else that's good on the show, on the channels. Because there's no music anymore. There's no music channels except for BET. And BET is starting to turn into reality television or just garbage television. We need music back on our TVs. We do. And that's it. Maybe I could ask Donald Trump to bring back MTV as a music channel again. Wouldn't hurt, right? I want my MTV, or you're fired. You're fired. Like all those Democrats. Fired. Right, Chuck? Chucky is about to be fired out of Congress. Good. Get that old senile fart knocker out of Congress. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out. But for the love of God, do not put that no good bitch AOC in, because she's another dimwit, like every other Democrat. Just saying. Just saying. That's pretty much it. Alright, anyway, MXMTV is here. Monsieur and Dion Mace Madden, along with Johnny TV and the lovely Taya Valkyrie, they're there. And for their casting call and open challenge with any combination of the team. Alright, so Taya Valkyrie wants to fight, why not? And who she get? Well, she gets the lovely lassie from Brazil, or Brazil, like Blanca. But it's not Blanca, it's Ty Mello, the hot wife of the Spanish god, Sammy Guevara. Got that. 2-minute garbage fest. Did I say 2-minute garbage fest? Yeah, pretty much did. Mello chopped away in the corner. Taya takes her into the corner, hits a sliding German suplex, that gets shrugged off. And Ty gets up with a flippy dibbity-doo on the floor. And then the Ty KO, 1, 2, 3. She gets the win. I was thinking, you would think Taya Valkyrie can beat Ty Mello easy, right? Wrong. Look at that. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars. After the match, Marina Shafir comes out and lays Ty Mello out, chokes her out with the mother's milk, and then Tony Storm comes out for the save. Alright. We got that. Moving on. Alright, then we got a video of the match between the Hangman, Adam Page, who basically destroyed Powerhouse Will Hobbs on Dynamite in that Falls Count Anywhere match where Powerhouse Hobbs got knocked off the balcony through an exploding table. If he's still around, great. But yeah, he's in the hospital right now, so. And then setting up Adam Page versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Title in a steel cage, brother. We get that. Alright, then we go to the TNT title match. Kyle Fletcher, say his full name. Not Kyle, but Kyle Fletcher versus Scorpio Sky for the TNT title. The Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels is there. Alright, so we get a rare. Well, he offers a code of honor, but you think Kyle Fletcher's gonna do that? No. Alright, some basic wrestling to start. Wrist locks. Blah, blah, blah. Scorpio Sky steals his, Kyle Fletcher's cape. For what reason, I don't know. But 15-minute match, so it's pretty decent. Fletcher boots Christopher Daniels right in the face. The medics have to come out and check on him when he broke his nose. Maybe, I don't know. Alright, we go to commercial, we come back. Scorpio Sky fights out of a 1904 chin lock. Tells Kyle Fletcher to just bring it. And then he starts unloading with his right hands to the corner. Sends Kyle Fletcher outside for a quick Hurricane Rana off the apron. Ow. They go back in, a Dragon Screw leg whip drops Kyle Fletcher again. Followed by a slingshot Guillotine Kasa! Bang! On the apron. Ow! Even though it was the top of Kyle Fletcher's head, I want anything, because that would have been really painful. Anyway, Scorpio goes for the half crowd. Kyle Fletcher gets the ropes for a rope break. And then Kyle Fletcher hits a running boot in the corner, which sets up the Blade Buster! 1, 2, 3. Kyle Fletcher retains the TNT title in a little over 15 minutes. Match was pretty damn good. 3 out of 5 stars. That's it. And then after the match, keep saying Kyle right. Kyle Fletcher continues to beat down Scorpio Sky. Skyflight, Darius and Dante Martin, Mark Briscoe come in for the save. And then Mark gets on the mic, tells Kyle Fletcher to give the title some kisses and hugs, because it's coming home to Daddy with him at Full Gear. Kyle Fletcher reveals he's 1 win away from the all-time defense record in a single reign. I did not know that. Well, it's not really important, but yeah. So Kyle's got something to fight for besides retaining his title. And we'll see what happens with that. And Mark's got something to fight for as well, because if he loses, he has to join the Don Callis family, and I don't think he wants to. But then again, we'll see. Moving on. Alright, so we see, after that, we get to a weird segment with the former Acclaimed, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, the Bang Bang Gang of Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson, Big Cass and Brian Keith, and the Outrunners, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum. They're all ready to fight in a fatal 4-way match for $200,000. And we got a $1 million match coming up with the Bucks and Josh Alexander taking on Kenny Omega and Jurassic Express. That's going to be on the main show. So Tony Khan pulling out that money out of I don't know where, probably his dad's ass. So $1.2 million going on the line this Saturday. Feels like the lotto, you know. Then we got that. Alright, but the Fatal 4-Way match is the Acclaimed, the Bang Bang Gang, Big Cass and Brian Keith, and the Outrunners. The winner gets $200,000. $100,000 each, so they can go to the Sizzler. What are you going to do with your money there, Truth? I'm going to go to the Sizzler. Spend $10,000 at the Sizzler. Who knows? Now we get that. Alright, then we get a by the numbers of now 13 belts Mercedes-Benz. Check out my rant on my rant channel. I blew her up. Fucking bitch. But I digress. And Chris Cakelander. See what happens with that for the AEW Women's title. And if Mercedes goes for number 14, well, she already got lucky 13, but now it might not be a lucky 13, because I think those belts are going to go bye-bye pretty soon. And tomorrow night, not tomorrow night, Wednesday night on the program, they're going to unify the Ring of Honor Women's TV titles. So Mercedes will defend her belt, or her interim belt, against Red Velvet from Your Mama's Kitchen, her actual Ring of Honor TV title. Women's TV title. So, if Mercedes wins, she gets the belt, which she already had, so it does not count as 14, it will count as 12. But she'll have 2 belts. But they'll just be unified into 1 belt, hopefully. So we don't see her like, I got 14 belts, look at me! It's 12, 13. Retard. Anyway. That's pretty much it. Moving on. Alright, then we get to a women's tag team match. We have Hyann the Huntress and Maya World. We've seen them the last 3 weeks on Collision and, pretty much on Collision, really. This is the 3rd week on Collision. They take on Rio. Her name is Rio, and she dances on my lap. And when she's done, she goes and takes a nap. And her tag team partner, Alex Windsor, who's not as great as Gilmore. Okay, whatever. Or Joseph. Anyway, so Rio and Alex Windsor take on Hyann the Huntress and Maya World. Decent match. It's also with Maya sending Rio into the ropes to start, gets caught with a running knee in the corner. Alex Windsor comes in, tries for the sharpshooter, can't get it locked in, but she sells for a running clothesline in the corner. Then a running flippy DVD off the apron. We go to break, come back. Rio slips out of a suplex, gets the tag to Alex Windsor. And then all 4 women are in the ring. Hyann the Huntress gets hit from behind, which allows Rio to grab a crucifix bomb. 1, 2, 3 to get the win. And that's pretty much it. I think they're in they're in the tag team tournament. I forget who. I think they're facing Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne. Oh boy, don't like that. I don't like that at all. Actually, no, I'm taking that back. They're taking on Toni Storm and Mina. Because after the match, Toni Storm comes out and does some stuff, and they said they're gonna be facing Rio and Windsor in the first round. Toni promises violence in the form of a bloody good time. Okay. Well, violence is always a bloody good time, right? Can't have violence without blood, or blood without violence. We move on. Alright, after Blood and Guts, we get the conglomeration. They're thrilled that Kyle O'Reilly Auto Parts made Jon Moxley submit. But that's enough for Moxley to get off commentary, grabs the mic, challenges Kyle O'Reilly for a match, anytime, any place. And then Ringside News and other affiliates have said that that match will happen at the pay-per-view. So, there you go. And it was like, who attacked Mark Briscoe? You think it's Kyle? Probably not Kyle. I don't think it's Kyle. It's Roddy! So Roddy might be joining the Death Riders. To be near his hot wife, Marina Shafir. I'm interested. Pretty much. Get that. Alright, then, how to get these damn things off my thing. Oh, there we go. Alright, Ty Mello respects Toni Storm. Okay, we got that. Alright, then we get to an 8-man tag team match. The Facción de Ignobles. So we have Rush and the Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, along with Jalistico and the Beast Mortas. Actually, take that back. Alright, so we got Los Facción Ignobles and FTR taking on Juice Robinson, Jet Speed, that's Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight, and Bandito. So it is an 8-man tag. So we just got 3 out of the 4 members of the Facción de Ingobernables. Alright, so we got Bandito, Sammy Guevara, and Rouge. Not Bandito, sorry. We had Rouge, Rouge, Sammy Guevara, and who else is in them? I know it was Rouge. I forget who else was in the match. I think it was Jalisco. Whatever it was. Doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. It was just, Jalisco, not Jalisco. I can't talk. I'm sorry. So it was Rouge and Sammy Guevara, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, along with FTR to take on Jet Speed, Juice Robinson, and Bandito. There you go. Alright. 14.5-minute match. It ends with Mike Bailey missing the moonsault knees on the apron. Ow. But Bandito saved the match for his team as he 21 plexes Bruce like he did to win the Ring of Honor World title a couple years ago. And he gets the win for his team in 14.5 minutes. Match was pretty decent. 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it for Collision. That was the main event. And we move on. Alright, guys. That is it for Collision. Pretty decent show. So I'm going to give it a decent par for the course. 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show in a comment or video if you want. I don't give a shit. But if you want to talk about Collision or AEW or anything in the world of professional wrestling, then put it down below in the gobbledygook. But, because stupid comments will get sent to the Shadow Realm, and you will too. And you'll never be seen or heard from again because Ozzy and Satan will eat your soul. So, don't do that. But what you can do is like the video, share the video all over the internet, subscribe to my channels, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all that good stuff you know and love. That's that. Alright, we're about 18 minutes away from Raw. It's going to be a great show at the Garden. It's going to be a little bit, teary. We're going to be wiping our tears tonight after John Cena opens the show. There was a rumor that he was going to face Batista tonight. Yeah, right. But we'll see what happens with that. But we do know that Roman is in the building. Our tribal chief, put up your ones, ladies and gentlemen, for Roman. AJ Lee is in the house. Liv Morgan's in the house. She's gonna have. She's back, and she might have a little thing with a certain woman named Stephanie Vaquer. After she gets done with Nikki Smelly Bella. But we'll see what happens with all that. So, Liv is back. Dom Dom's happy that his girlfriend is back. I don't know if Judgment Day's going to like that, but we'll see what happens with that. And a whole lot more tonight on your 2+ hour, 2.5 hour or more, 2.5 or more hour, 2.5 hour or more Cure for Insomnia. And that's Monday Night Raw. I'll eventually fix that. But it is what it is. Because people say I stutter. What am I, Bubba Ray Dudley, circa ECW? My name is Bubba Ray Dudley. Okay, I don't stutter that much, but sometimes I talk a little bit fast, so my words can't come out of my mouth. They sometimes come out of my ass. But that's another story for another time. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, get ready for Raw, have my sensible dinner, watch some Netflix, watch the Raw on Netflix, and then maybe have a little bit, watch some stuff on Netflix with the missus, and then that's it. And we move on. Alright guys, I am out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, 7 out of 10 for Collision. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're not down with that, my friends, well, me, the Prophecy, which is way better than you, and you know it, will stuff you like a Thanksgiving turkey. It'll happen. Trust me. So if you're not down with us, you're not down with all that, well, we got 3 words for you, and it's the greatest words in the history of life itself. Get closer. Come closer. Fuck you, man. And And that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace.